But there was a really, really dark and difficult part of my childhood as well. And I think I may be one of the first recognizable people to publicly talk about this. I would get so upset.
Melissa Gilbert truly hated him more than anyone. She was born Melissa Ellen Gilbert on May 8, 1964, in the heart of Hollywood, Los Angeles, California, USA. At the time, her biological parents, David Darlington and Kathy Wood, faced financial difficulties and were unsure if they could provide their daughter with a stable life and the opportunities she deserved. Recognizing their limitations but wanting the best for her, they made the difficult yet loving decision to place Melissa for adoption. This early act of love and foresight set the stage for a life that would intertwine closely with the world of show business. Just one day after her birth, Melissa was welcomed into the home of actors Paul Gilbert and Barbara Crane. Paul Gilbert was a seasoned actor, while Barbara Crane was both an actress and a talented dancer. Their care and guidance gave Melissa a life closely connected to the world of entertainment, laying the foundation for her growth and her future journey in show business. Barbara Crane, Melissa's adoptive mother, was also the daughter of the renowned comedy writer Harry Crane, whose work helped create some of television's most memorable moments. Growing up in such an artistic environment, Melissa was surrounded by creativity, performance, and the glamorous yet demanding life of Hollywood. Her early childhood was not without challenges. When she was just 8 years old, her adoptive parents divorced, a change that undoubtedly shaped her formative years. Barbara later married Harold Abels, but this marriage also ended in divorce. From this second union, Melissa gained a half-sister, Sarah Rebecca Abels, born on January 29, 1975, who would later take the stage name Sarah Gilbert and build her own successful television career, most notably on Roseanne. Tragedy struck again when Melissa's adoptive father, Paul Gilbert, passed away on February 13, 1976, after suffering a stroke, leaving young Melissa to navigate life without his guidance. Despite these personal hardships, she was raised within the Jewish tradition, taking part in its customs and values, though she was never formally converted. This spiritual foundation became one of the many elements shaping Melissa's rich and multifaceted upbringing. From a very young age, she displayed exceptional talent as a performer. The combination of her natural ability and the influence of her adoptive parents' Hollywood careers gave her early exposure to acting and the entertainment world. Melissa began appearing in commercials, one of her earliest being for Alpo Dog Food, where she performed alongside the iconic Lauren Green. These opportunities not only honed her skills but also familiarized her with the demanding and competitive nature of the industry. Her career-defining break came when she was cast as Laura Ingalls, the second eldest daughter of Charles Ingalls, played by Michael Landon, in NBC's Little House on the Prairie. The casting process was highly competitive, with over 500 children auditioning for the role. Ultimately, Melissa's natural charm, dedication, and on-screen presence won her the part. Interestingly, she learned of her selection through Leslie Landon, Michael Landon's daughter, who attended the same school. Her brother, Jonathan Gilbert, also joined the series, portraying Willie Olson. Production began in 1973, with the show airing from 1974 to 1983. Over the years, the period drama became a beloved cultural phenomenon for viewers of all ages, and Melissa's portrayal of Laura endeared her to audiences, establishing her as a household name. While Little House on the Prairie remained the cornerstone of her early career, Melissa Gilbert steadily expanded her talents into feature films and continued to grow her presence on television. She took on notable roles in acclaimed productions such as The Miracle Worker, 1979, The Diary of Anne Frank, 1980, Splendor in the Grass, 1981, and Choices of the Heart, 1983, in which she portrayed the compassionate humanitarian Jean Donovan. As she matured, Melissa transitioned into more adult roles, appearing in projects like Choices, 1986, and A Family of Strangers, 1993. Beyond live action, she lent her voice to animated series, most prominently voicing Batgirl in Batman, the animated series during the 1990s. In 1996, she appeared in 3 episodes of Babylon 5 as Anna Sheridan, sharing the screen with her then-husband, Bruce Boxleitner. Melissa's career was not without challenges. She faced setbacks with projects such as Little House, A New Beginning, 1982, Stand By Your Man, 1992, and Sweet Justice, 1994. Yet, she persevered, exploring a wide range of roles. In 2006, she appeared in the television series Nip Tuck as Chernobyl, a patient undergoing a delicate cosmetic procedure, showing her willingness to embrace unconventional and mature material. Returning to her roots in Little House on the Prairie, Melissa also explored the stage. Between 2008 and 2009, she played Caroline Ma in the musical adaptation of the series, directed by Francesca Zambello. The production premiered at the Guthrie Theater in Minneapolis and went on a national tour, concluding at the Starlight Theater in Kansas City, Missouri in June 2010, further cementing her enduring connection to the beloved story. This stage venture allowed Melissa Gilbert to reconnect with audiences in a live performance setting, highlighting her enduring dedication to the story that had shaped so much of her life. In 2009, she shared her personal and professional journey in her autobiography, A Prairie Tale, offering fans an intimate glimpse into her experiences in Hollywood, her family life, and her evolution as both an actor and an individual. Melissa continued to explore a variety of projects, including the Christmas pageant, 2011, and expanded her talents into dance, competing in the 14th season of Dancing with the Stars in 2012 alongside professional dancer Maxim Shmerkovsky. She delivered memorable performances but was ultimately eliminated on her birthday during the 8th episode, leaving a lasting impression with her grace, determination, and competitive spirit. Her ambitions extended beyond entertainment. On August 10, 2015, she announced her candidacy for the United States House of Representatives from Michigan's 8th Congressional District in the 2016 elections, though she later withdrew due to health complications from a spinal injury. In addition to acting and public service, Melissa became a producer and director, founding her own production company, Half Pint Productions, giving her creative control over projects while supporting the work of other artists. Her personal life has remained closely tied to her relationships and marriages, each reflecting different chapters of growth and transformation, both personally and professionally. Melissa Gilbert's first marriage was to actor Bo Brinkman in 1988. Known for his work in television and theater, Brinkman played a significant role in Melissa's life during a formative period as she transitioned from a child star into a mature actress, navigating both Hollywood and her own sense of identity. Their marriage, however, faced the pressures common to couples in demanding careers that required long hours and public attention. After 6 years together, they chose to part ways, finalizing their divorce in 1994. While the relationship did not endure, it represented an important chapter in Melissa's journey toward understanding what she truly needed in a partner and in life. Melissa's second marriage came shortly after, when she wed actor Bruce Boxleitner in 1995. Boxleitner, celebrated for his roles in science fiction television series such as Babylon 5 and Scarecrow and Mrs. King, shared a strong personal and professional connection with Melissa. Their marriage lasted 16 years, during which they balanced the complexities of blending families, careers, and public scrutiny. Together, they became a highly visible Hollywood couple, supporting one another in both acting projects and personal endeavors. Despite their admiration and shared experiences, the marriage ended in 2011, reflecting the challenges of sustaining a long-term relationship in the public eye, where the pressures of careers, family, and personal growth can strain even the strongest bonds. In 2013, Melissa Gilbert found love once more when she married Timothy Busfield, a talented actor and director known for his work on series such as The West Wing and 30-something. This union marked a more stable and mature chapter in her life. By this point, Melissa had accumulated extensive life experience, gaining a deeper understanding of herself and what she truly needed from a partner. Timothy's calm demeanor and creative background complemented Melissa's energy and artistic sensibilities, forming a partnership rooted in mutual respect, friendship, and shared values. Their marriage has been defined by strong emotional support, collaboration, and a sense of balance that reflects the lessons Melissa learned from her previous relationships. At 61, Melissa Gilbert also opened up candidly about her relationship with her longtime Little House on the Prairie co-star, Melissa Sue Anderson, providing fans with insights they had long speculated about but never fully understood. Reflecting on their bond, Gilbert described it as complex, layered, and at times challenging. "We had a connection from the very beginning," she said. "Being on Little House on the Prairie at such a young age, we were thrown into a world of fame and scrutiny, and that creates a unique kind of friendship, but it wasn't always smooth sailing. Her words offer a glimpse into the intensity of growing up in the spotlight and the pressures that often accompany child stardom. Melissa Gilbert elaborated that while their on-screen characters often portrayed idyllic friendships and family dynamics, the reality behind the scenes was far more complicated. "People saw us as perfect little girls with perfect lives," she admitted. "But the truth is, we were just kids navigating a highly unusual environment." She also reflected on how time inevitably changes relationships. Gilbert spoke candidly about the evolution of her friendship with Melissa Sue Anderson, noting that as they grew older, both faced personal struggles, career challenges, and moments of self-discovery. "We each had our own paths," Gilbert explained. "Sometimes those paths diverged, and that's natural. You can care for someone deeply and still need to find yourself apart from them." Her honesty reveals a mature understanding of the fluidity of relationships, particularly those formed under extraordinary circumstances. She emphasized that there was never animosity or ill will, but rather a recognition that growing up together in the spotlight creates a unique bond that doesn't always follow conventional patterns. Throughout her reflections, Gilbert expressed deep respect and admiration for Anderson's talent and character. "Melissa Sue is one of the most genuine, talented people I've ever known," she said. "Working alongside her taught me so much about professionalism, patience, and the power of quiet strength." She recalled moments on set when Anderson's dedication inspired her to push herself further, both as an actress and as a person. Melissa also highlighted the camaraderie shared with other cast members, describing the sense of family that developed among actors, crew, and producers. Yet, she acknowledged that the intense schedule, long hours, and public scrutiny could amplify small tensions. "Being constantly observed as a child changes you," she reflected. "There were moments of jealousy, misunderstanding, and insecurity, but that's part of growing up in a world that rarely allows you to just be a kid." Explaining why she chose to speak so openly at 61, Gilbert shared, "I think age gives you perspective. When we are young, we often cling to feelings and judgments that can distort reality. Reflecting now, Melissa Gilbert can see the full picture with clarity. I can appreciate our shared history, all the good and the challenging moments, without needing to defend or explain myself to anyone," she said. Her words reveal a vulnerability and introspection that resonate with fans, offering a glimpse into the human side of a life spent in the public eye. Gilbert's decision to speak about Melissa Sue Anderson now is not about settling old scores or revisiting conflicts. Instead, it honors the complexity of a lifelong connection that has shaped both women. She reminds audiences that relationships formed in childhood, especially under the glare of fame, are often misunderstood by the public. "People assume that because you work together on a show, you're automatically best friends forever," she explained. "But friendship is not just about circumstance. It's about compatibility, timing, and shared experiences. Melissa Sue and I shared some of the most formative years of our lives together. And that bond will always exist, even if it looks different now than it did then." Melissa's reflections serve as a poignant reminder of the lasting impact of early experiences, the resilience required to navigate life in the public eye, and the nuanced realities behind the seemingly perfect image of childhood stardom. Her honesty stands as a tribute not only to Anderson but to the many friendships that grow, evolve, and endure in ways that may not always be visible. Melissa Gilbert's journey, from a child star on Little House on the Prairie to a multifaceted performer, author, and public figure, is a testament to resilience, growth, and the enduring power of human connection. Throughout her life, she has navigated the challenges of fame, personal loss, and the complexities of relationships, yet has emerged with a profound understanding of herself and those around her. Her candid reflections about her friendships, particularly with Melissa Sue Anderson, offer rare insight into the reality of growing up in the spotlight. It becomes clear that childhood stardom, often idealized by the public, comes with pressures, insecurities, and intense scrutiny that can shape a person in ways both subtle and profound. What makes Melissa's story compelling is her willingness to confront these experiences with honesty and vulnerability. She does not shy away from acknowledging the difficulties, the misunderstandings, or the moments of jealousy that can accompany a life in the public eye. At the same time, she celebrates the bonds formed, the lessons learned, and the growth that comes from both triumphs and setbacks. Whether reflecting on her early career, her marriages, her ventures into voice acting, dance, or public service, or her journey as an author and producer, Melissa demonstrates a rare blend of courage, self-awareness, and dedication. Her reflections remind us that relationships, particularly those forged in extraordinary circumstances, evolve over time. They may not always follow conventional patterns, but they leave lasting impressions, shaping our perspectives and enriching our lives. For fans and observers, Melissa Gilbert's story is not just a chronicle of fame or artistic accomplishment. It is a human story, rich with emotion, resilience, and insight. By sharing her journey openly, she honors the people who have influenced her, the experiences that have defined her, and the universal truths about friendship, growth, and the enduring bonds that remain even as life changes. In doing so, she leaves a legacy that is both deeply personal and universally relatable, offering inspiration and reflection for generations to come.